It's time for another review tonight. So remember that one time I said it when I did all the core class figures in that one video? If I ever get the other two, I will review them as well. Well, I got one of them, and I got the one that everybody's excited about. Soundwave! There he is, though. My Soundwave's a little loose in the joints. I will be honest about my Soundwave. He's a little loose. Very tight in the ball joints and the shoulders. I don't like that. But here he is, it's Soundwave. Look at my Soundwave. Let's look at him real quick. Look at his little head. Look at the tiny Soundwave face. How can you not? Oh, how can you not love him? How could you not want one of these little guys in your collection? Also over here, we can just kind of open this up. Also, this button's for show only. No, it doesn't actually work. It's manual, and you can slide out Laserbeak. Look at that. Now, it would be cool if Laserbeak did transform, but it makes sense that he doesn't, seeing how small this thing was and how easy you can lose it. So, and how to put it back in there. Also, it is the same thing on the same size, same detail. Also, there's a little some old detail on the chest, but you can just slide it in like that, and bam. And yeah. Also, he comes with a little blaster and his shoulder cannon. I'll be honest, when I first got this guy, it was really hard to get that shoulder cannon in there, but after a couple transformations, popping in and out, it's easy to get in there now, so yeah. Okay, so, real quick, let's talk about articulation, shall we? Now, Soundwave here, he's has pretty much the usual amount of articulation for most core classes. His arm can go all the way around on a simple ball joint and out that far, and can bend about this much, and can go all the way around because it's not a ball joint. And a little bit of hand articulation right there in the arm. And his head is on a nice little ball joint, so you can kind of move it all the way around. But it's a little, but you gotta kind of get in there because the cannon kind of obstructs your movement here. You can move his arms out, and his leg can kick out to the side about that much. Again, ball joint. There's a side swivel. So there you go. For your no ankle pivot, sadly. He can bend about that far, kick back about that far. His legs can bend that way for transformation. The ball joint and the feet are kind of useless. The skirt panel can move up before he can kick up about that far. So yeah, there you go. There's Soundwave in his robot mode. Now, I'll be honest, my Soundwave, he's a little bit of a loose guy. He's a little loose. It's focusing on the Constructicons in the background. He's a little bit loose, which is fine with me. He's tinier than my hand. So, also, I also got him with another figure, which I'm going to show you during the review. That I'm going to review later. Actually, I'm going to review right after this, but I'm not going to post it until later. So it's going to be my backlog. So yeah, let's get down to transformation, shall we? So, flip up his hands. And flip up the hands like that. Turn his head around. And push it down. Pop this off. Put out to the side. Turn him around. And so basically these little slots are going to peg into those. And we'll bam. And we'll bam. And there you got most of a cassette player. Turn his legs like this. Up. Then bend the knees like that. And bend the knees like that. And bring down the feet. Now, people don't like these little pointy things sticking out of the cassette player mode. So I have one solution for you guys. Just leave them up. There you go. It works. Weapon storage for this mode. This peg plugs into this port. It's actually specific to which ones, so but I'm just gonna say that real quick. And this one plugs into this one. So there you go. There's that. So if you don't like the feet, or you can just take them off the ball joint, honestly, that's what you can do. But there's not much you can do with the cassette mode. You can have other Transformers hold him, I guess. I had Soundwave holding him. Because, funny, haha. You can have also this guy, I also have the Insecticons, so yeah, you can have the Insecticons holding this guy hostage if you want him to. So yeah. I'm not going to cut the camera for this transformation because there's no point. So I'm just gonna transform real quick. So yeah, I'm just gonna transform Soundwave real quick for you guys, and then I'll show you the other figure that I'm gonna be reviewing later. Well, for you guys it's gonna be later, but for me it's gonna be right after this. So yeah. Plug that in right there, and plug that on the shoulder. Bam, and come on. Turn that all around. I'm having a hard time with this because of my giant fingers. Can't get in there. And there he is. There's tiny Soundwave in all his glory. Core class Soundwave. Yeah, he's cool. He's cool. Core class Soundwave. Now, before I end this review, I'm going to show you the other figure that I'm going to be reviewing next. And I'm probably going to post it like around 5-ish, most likely. Like later. And, well, when I was at the mall, I decided, why not also pick up the second edition, the Robots in Disguise RC. I decided to pick up Robots in Disguise RC while I was there. Because, well, it was actually pretty reasonable prices, too. Also, yes, she does have all her weapons. Her sword, her blade is there. So, yeah, oops, I knocked over Soundwave. She has all her weapons as well, so the review is basically complete. No box, though. Just her. So, yeah. So, I will be reviewing, RID, Transformers Prime RID RC later. As in, right after this video, but I'm going to be posting it later. You know. Alright. This is the Skyrim Studio. Signing off. See you next time. Goodbye.